So welcome to guys for this amazing webinar. Is a webinar based on the bug bounty, the future of a bug bounty, and I'm the Ketan Mansur from Code Mosaic Learning. So firstly, thank you to Pradeep for this webinar to deliver this webinar. Also, I just introduced the Pradeep. Pradeep is a cybersecurity expert, speaker, and co-founder and CTO of a bug access community, and within his experience is a cybersecurity field, and he is a mentored over the 800 student and is spoken at a various event, and he is a top 530 hackers on the bug crowd, and over the with over the 150 holoframes in Scadit, and we are the lucky possess his expertise to us today. So let's give him a big round for Pajit.
Uh, Thank you for this amazing introduction, Chetan. So yes, I believe that enabling cam or speaking on open cam will help me to connect with you guys much better, because apart from my verbal skills, I like to communicate with my expressions and gestures as well. So I hope you enjoy today's webinar. Today we will be discussing the future of bug bounty, the question that lies in many of the bug bounty hunters' mind. Okay, so we have, apart from Chetan, we have here three more people. So yeah, what about you guys? Are you already doing bug bounty, or are you aspiring to get into bug bounty? Yes, Swapnil, Harshiv, Sen. Yeah, yes. So you already are doing bug bounty, or are you aspiring to get into bug bounty? Feel free to open mic. Yeah, Harshit. Guys, feel free to communicate, because if you communicate, I'm very sure you will enjoy today's session, and you will learn and have great insights. Okay, so speak up and let's start. Yeah. So what about you guys, Harshiv, Swapnil, Sen?
Hi, I'm the inspired bug bounty.
The inspired.
Right.
Oh, okay, so let us continue. Let me know once my screen is visible. Okay, I had some minor issue. Let me know once my screen is visible.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so let us discuss the future of bug bounty. Now, uh, Chetan has already given a wonderful introduction. Just the key points I have given here. I'm under Bug Proud to top 530 hacker. I'm co-founder and CTO of the Bug Access community. I'm professional bug bounty hunter. I have completed certification like CS Practical, CCIO, and CAP. And I'm also lecturer and mentor, and have mentored over 800 students. Okay, so this is a gist of a small gist of who I am, like what my expertise is. So now, first question is, what is bug bounty? Now, you guys have joined this session, so you might have a bit idea that yeah, what is bug bounty, right? So what it actually is. Let us discuss that before we go into discussing the future of bug bounty. So, bug bounty is a monetary reward given to ethical hackers for successfully discovering and reporting a vulnerability or bug to the application's developer. So, for example, I have found a issue in the application that yeah, I am able to inject this SQL query and get SQL injection. I am reporting this to the company, and company is thanking me with some one or other kind of reward, not necessarily monetary. What type of rewards are there currently? We'll discuss that as well. But yeah, not necessarily monetary, but generally in bug bounty, we prefer monetary reward more. Okay. Bug bounty programs allow companies to leverage the hacker community to improve their system security posture over time. So yeah, you must have heard that many companies have their own security team as well as they have their bug bounty program. Why there is need to invest so much of their money in this? Like they can either have the security team or either they can get open bug bounty, right? So the point is that, for example, there are 50 bug bounty hunters. Okay, in community, let's say on a particular program, there are 50 bug bounty hunters. The company has to pay for the only vulnerability that they are finding, not for all the attempts they are making. While the ones they have hired, they have to pay them even if they are getting bugs or not getting bugs, or getting critical severity bug or getting low level bug. So it doesn't matter when they are in the security team, they are going to get rewarded with the same salary rather than we can say reward. Okay, so say they are getting salary, right? And the expertise that will be only limited to the security team they have. But in the case of bug bounty, whenever companies launch bug bounty program, they get access to the expertise of all around the world. Okay, of all the hunters around the world. Now I might be good in logic bugs, the other person would be good in XSS, the third person would be good in SQLi, XXC. So each and every person has their own expertise, even though everyone knows each and every vulnerability. For bug bounty hunter, they might know. Okay, many of them might not know, but each and every person has his own expertise in the thing in which he or she is good in. So the companies get the chance to leverage that. Okay, so that is why bug bounty is much more preferable nowadays by the companies, right? So I hope it is clear what is bug bounty. Now, before understanding what is the future of bug bounty, we need to look bit into history as well, so that we will understand that how far we have come from and what is the relevance in the future. The growth itself will be telling you that how the future of bug bounty will. So in 1983, Hunter and Reddy was so confident of the quality of its new VRTX real-time operating system that the company offered reward anyone who found a bug in Volkswagen, it with a Volkswagen Beetle. So as a bounty, they were giving Volkswagen Beetle. In 1983 was the first. At that time, the coin bug bounty was not term. It was just a reward for whoever finds bug in this VRTX real-time operating system. Later, the term bug bounty was cashed in 1995 when Netscape took an initiative to offer cash reward for non-employees, the people who are not their employees, but they are able to find security issues in their system. So they rewarded them, and here is where the term bug bounty was coined. Okay, 1995. Many of people might think that this is a very recent term and just now in the market. No, this has been for decades now. Okay, so that is the thing. Yeah, the next in 2004, Mozilla launches the bug bounty program, which still you can see, right? And in 2010 and 2011, Google and Facebook and many other companies started to get into bug bounty programs. You can also still find Google, Facebook bug bounty programs. Now the interesting thing happened after 2011. This all one by one, the major companies, you can say the Meng right now, Meng, all of them slowly and gradually are getting the Fortune 500 companies started getting into the bug bounty programs. That yeah, we also can perform bug bounty program. Let us do this. Okay, but the thing in 2011 which happened was the generation of crowdsourced platform. So in 2011, from 2011, boom of crowdsourced platform like Bugcrowd, HackerOne, Yes We Hack, Integrity, and many more. Even till now date, even new platforms are coming. Okay, so like this crowdsourced platform comes. So what do you understand by this crowdsourced platform? Can anyone tell me what do you understand by this crowdsourced platform? Yeah, yeah, Harshit. Go ahead.
Am I audible?
Yeah, yeah, you are. You are super.
So, like, I'm taking a guess that it may be like the companies are listing themselves, and where the non-employees they come and they there are certain regulations you have to follow, and you have to find some security issues
Hmm.
with the company in the company or their services that they are providing.
Okay, very good, Harshu. Nice one. So yes, as he's telling in that companies are listed now. We are getting listed companies in a single place. There are rules and regulations, the scope which we tell, the scope, the policy we have to follow them, and all the crowdsource hunter. That means we are right now part of a bug bounty community. If I hunt on a program, I can go on HackerOne, I can go on Bugcrowd, like that I can go and hunt. So there I can find multiple programs of different companies, and according to their policy I'm reporting that. Now the thing is, in this case there is a mediator. So this Bugcrowd, HackerOne, YesWeHack, Integrity, etc. acts as a mediator between the company and the hacker. Okay, so they regulate what all conversations are between them, or the company will also get the quality reports, because the majority of report will be triaged by this mediator, and only the quality or the reports which actually need attention to those are sent to the company. So it reduces the work of company less. Okay, so I have also worked as a triager. So trust me, there are a lot of random spam reports that you can see, that like people are not even bothering to write the complete report, and they just send it report. So triaging that kind of report is just wastage of time. Okay, they just spam report like, okay, I found HTTP security header, and they will just write that there was no XPrem option. But what about that? No XPrem options. Okay, I understand no XPrem options. I am from a technical side. I will understand that what is the issue, that yeah, clip checking will be possible and not all. But there should be a proper format in which you should report, right? So this also helps the company to filter out all such spam reports. The Buckshot itself will tell that no, your report is not at all eligible to pass. So yeah, like that. Okay, so till now new program are going. Recently only I saw new platform Issue Hunt, which was Japan based. So they were rewarding bounties in yen. I got bounties, I think around 15,000 yen from that there as well. So yeah, like this new programs will keep on coming. So now you can see like how it has increased over the time. Now, first question, when many what many of the people in bug bounty ask that, where should I go for bug bounty? Like I hear people getting such a on LinkedIn big bounties, $5,000, $10,000, $1,000. So like, how are they doing this? From for where they are reporting? So that is the first question that everyone would have. So currently, I segregate it into two parts. Okay, there are under it are so many parts, like private programs are there. The company also holds a Discord chat for a private program. Apart from that, in this crowdsource platform also there are private invitations. So apart from that, I segregate this into two parts. That is crowdsource platform, Bugcrowd, HackerOne, Yes We Hack, this Integrity, Go Bug Free. So like this, there are this many. Okay, the crowdsource platform, and the other one is direct bug bounty slash VDP. Now what is direct bug bounty? In there is no mediator. This mediator is not there. You are directly sending reports to the company, and company is validating and replying to you. Okay, so here you are in direct contact with the company, and here in crowdsource platform, there is a mediator, there is a regulator in between, right? So from your point of view, which one would be better? Okay, from your point of view, which one would be better?
Uh, in my case, it like first time work crowd platform like crossover, then move on is a direct.
Okay, any particular reason in believing this?
For the reporting part, like if our report is a good, then will the company will be accept. They can learn about the reporting part in a bug crowd platform and yes me. Then move in a Google and private program. that is a uh, chance to get a report is a right, and company will be see that report first.
Yeah, good. So yes, there are pros and cons in both. So for Chetan, he prefers crowdsourced platform. Okay, now preference is dependent on which pro you are handling more and which con you are accepting. That yeah, it is fine. What about you, Harshio?
I also think that the open source would be like for a beginner, it would be more helpful because first thing that there are many companies, and so you have a greater surface area so that you can explore. And the private bug bounty programs, like you said, they are already very secure companies. So only top level, like I think that only great people or people with experience would be able to find bugs in those programs.
Actually, it's opposite. The public program are hunted by a lot of people in crowdsourced platform. When I'm talking about in crowdsourced platform, whenever you receive private invitations, the private invitations you get more chance of bounty. The reason being, the public program everybody has tried it. Okay, I'm not saying it is impossible to find bug on that, but it is definitely hard. You need to go through so many things, and many times you will face so many duplicates, but still it is possible. I have found on very old private programs as well, because people think that yeah, this program is on from 10 years, so there will be no bug left. But people, they are also upgrading their system as well side by side. So of course, whenever system is being upgraded, whenever new system is being implemented, new issues are bound to come. So 10 years or 20 years doesn't matter, there will be bugs, but it will be hard in public program. But in various private program, let's say only 50 researchers have access to that program. So your competition is with only 50 researchers, and that is a pretty recent program, so higher chances of getting bounty there. Okay, got my point. Yeah, so for you, you are preferring open source, that means the direct company interaction, right, Harsh? Or crowdsourced?
I think open one, but as you mentioned that
Yeah.
I also believe that more the thing is recent and limited reports are resolved, so it gives you a more greater surface for you to explore the bugs.
Okay, so yeah, what about you, Sane? What would you choose? Bug bounty, uh, open like direct company interaction, or mediator in between, the crowdsourced platform? Okay, let's move further. Okay, so let me tell you pros and cons of both of them. If I talk about crowdsourced platform, first of all, the competition is very high, and as well as very expert. In crowdsourced platform, the competition has a high level of expertise. The reason being, small low hanger and all will work once or twice. The actual way of finding bug, if you know, then and only then you can survive on crowdsourced platform, because top level of experts are available there. They keep on hunting on crowdsourced platform. The one more pro of crowdsourced platform is that the reply is guaranteed. That if I report a bug, you will get a reply. Okay, so this is a very important factor, because once you go into bug bounty, you will face this, that you are reporting bugs to the company. If I talk about this direct bug bounty slash VDP, if I report a bug to the company, many cases they might not reply. They will fix the bug and not reply to you. They will not reward you. So many cases I have faced through. Okay, so if you want guarantee of replies, then go for crowdsourced platform. uh, in direct bug bounty or VDP, the company interaction is easy, and many times it is easy for you to make them understand that this is a small bug, so you can give me small bounty. In crowdsourced platform, the triagers are pretty expert in that, so they will figure out that yeah, text injection not a big bug, just throw it away. We are not going to accept it. So like this small bugs If you want to accept, if you want to earn small bounties, then direct bug bounty is a good thing, but there is no security that you are going to get a reply. Now, from where to find this crowdsource platform? Now, crowdsource platform, you can directly log into their website, like let's say bugcrowd.com. Yeah. Okay. So like this, you can find the bugcrowd.com, right? Here, the profile and programs you will find here. Yeah, so you can see there are so many programs here. This is the crowdsource platform. I can select any one of program, read their policy scope, and then hunt on them. Then what about the open programs? Open programs are direct policies. So for that, I use these dots. Okay, these are swishy dots. So swishy dots. Very confusing name, but yeah, these dots I use to find out programs. Even if you write normally bug bounty program like this, still we will be able to find many programs like Meta, my MSRC, Intel bug bounty program, Brain Force bug bounty program, OpenAI bug bounty program. So like this, you will be able to find bug bounty programs, but using docs will make it much better. So let me show you that. Let's say in URL responsible disclosure, and let's go for reward. See, this is how a bug bounty program looks like a policy, open one. Okay, here they have given a scope on what things you can hunt, the reward that based on the severity of the issue, how much you are able to earn from that. Okay, and what are the qualifying and what is the exclusion list, how to create a report, what are the things you need to include in your report. And in this case, we are directly emailing to the company itself. There is no mediator like in case of Bugcrowd. Okay, we are sending our reports to Bugcrowd. They are validating it and forwarding it to the company. In case of here, we are directly mailing. We are sending mail on this security report at the dsf.io. Okay, so this is the difference. See, I use the Dork and I can find so many new programs here. Wonderkind, security, recharge payments, tickets, like every. There are so many policies you can find. Okay, so they are telling that minimum reward is 50 euro. There is no exclusion. So exclusion list is very less. I can even report a simple click checking issue. If they accept it, I will get a 50 euro. So definitely competition is less compared to crowdsource, but no guarantee that this Wonderkind might respond back to my report. Many times what happens, I send report, they just tell like they don't even respond and fix it silently. Okay, so that is very common in case of this program. So if you want to go for security, go for crowdsource platform. If you want to go for like you don't care about security that much and want to earn some easy money, in that case go for the open program. But definitely, as Chetan mentioned, there is a lot to learn on program. Even I myself started a lot. I was consistent on Bugcrowd only. That I don't have to hunt anywhere except Bugcrowd. But later on, I changed it, and currently I am not that much hunting on Bugcrowd. I'm going for PDPs more. Okay, so the cheating, they do cheat people, and this keeps on happening. But it is up to you if you can take or not. Okay, yeah. So what are the types of reward? First is bounty. Like this, they give you bounty. Some are mail, some are from Bugcrowd. So you can see the 700 USD, 1250 euro, 1000 euro. This in total. Various of 500, and this is $350 for subdomain takeover. So see, these are some of the rewards which I've got. Like this, if you send through mail, the open VDP you can get through this. For Bugcrowd, you can get like this. So it is your choice wherever you want to go. There are all pros and cons on the both sides. Okay. The next type of rewards are swags that they send hoodies or t-shirt, that kind of stuff, and I really like this swag. If you want to not waste money on you say clothing, just hack for clothes. So they really work well. Okay, I've got from many swags. There are some like this Dutch government swag, Dolby, Heck the Heck was from a competition, not from a program, and this is from Amsterdam, like this way. And the third one is Hall of Fame. So Hall of Fame is just a list of names recognizing their contribution in making the website secure. So like this is a Microsoft, here I got a Microsoft Hall of Fame, so that was mentioned in the acknowledgement like this. Okay, the Apple Hall of Fame, and here next from the like this many Hall of Fame, they will list out your name and your contribution. Not all list out the contribution, but most of them list out the names. Okay, so like this you can look. Okay, so Hall of Fame, there are three types of reward: bounty, swags, and Hall of Fames. If you are a beginner, you should go for Hall of Fames. Good to have some Hall of Fames in your pocket, so that in future, for CV or for showing your experience, Hall of Fames might work, right? I think there is a question. How to find program using Dork is valid to reporting bug? Okay, good question. So there is no way to know that if I'm going to find this program, okay, this program, they are going to definitely reply to me. It is no confirmation like that. You just have to report it and hope for the best that they reply you back. In case of bug bounty programs or VDPs, which I'm talking about, in case of crowdsourced platform, they are going to reply definitely, so you don't have to worry about that. So many of them you might face bad experience with, and many of them you will face good experience with. Both are there. Okay. Yes. Any other question? Okay, yeah, let's move forward. So yeah, these are the different types of rewards that are there. Now, what is the variety of targets? What is the variety of targets in the future? Now, many of the people, when we talk about bug bounty, they just think that, yeah, web program. No, not like that. There are so many things to explore. Even I myself have not explored all of things this completely. And apart from this, also there are many more. Like web, very common. Everyone should know web pen testing. Okay, web pen testing really basic. API pen testing also, it also comes with web, but there are some sections that you can test of APIs differently. So yeah, that is there. But web is something which everyone knows in the bug bounty field. Next comes Android. So step by step, you have to progress through Android. Android bug bounty is also very common, but compared to web, there are less people in Android, lesser in iOS, less in then from IoT, then less than that in automotive pen testing. So automotive pen testing is pretty recent field. Okay, uh, in that case, you know that in Bugcrowd recently, Tesla launched a program that whoever hacks their car, they will get $1 lakh reward. Okay, whoever hacks their car. So as you see in the different industry, the inclusion of technologies is being introduced. Their security is also a necessary thing. So bug bounty program for that is also being introduced. IoT, I think I mentioned again, but yeah, apart from that, there are the client pen testing, cloud pen testing, this network pen testing. Okay, network pen testing with web you can learn. There is like a correlation that you can find in that. Artificial intelligence, Web3 pen testing, even artificial intelligence have their pen testing. Like, what is the base of artificial intelligence? Can anyone tell me what is the base of artificial intelligence? Yes, Harshiv, Pushparaj, say. If I ask you what is artificial intelligence based on, then what would you tell me? Yes.
Is basically a on a application part. Is like coding and like there are multiple coding for AI. They are develop a website and like algorithm over backend?
Okay, so yeah, good. So whenever we are talking about AI, there is a model, there is a algorithm on which it is working on, and a huge amount of data set. Okay, a huge amount of data set. Now, whenever the data set is introduced to that particular model, what kind of output it will generate, that is dependent on that model itself. So that is what artificial intelligence is. Now, pen testing it where comes that if I am able to inject some malicious stuff in this model, or if I am able to give some very malicious data type. Okay, so in this case, the logic of the model, working of the model, the data set we have, all of that matter. So AI pen testing is an upcoming AI pen testing is an upcoming field. Okay, so not that much developed yet. Apart from that, also Web3 pen testing is also there. Many Immunify, a crowdsourced platform for Web3 programs that has also been introduced. It is pretty recent. The Web3 pen testing has started around a year or two ago, and many people are starting to get bug bounties on that as well, and not just small, very huge bounties in crypto. Okay, so yeah, like that. As you can see, over the time, new technologies are being invented, and their bug bounty programs, their pen testing programs are also getting started. So know that learning only web won't help you. Okay, you need to stay updated, you need to keep yourself upgrading day by day, day by day, keep on learning to go across all of them. Okay, of course, from start you need to start from web only. Web is really important. Okay, then API, then Android. API and Android, you can learn one first or second, doesn't matter. iOS you can learn with Android. Then IoT is optional because it requires a lot of hardware as well. Automotive pen testing really hard. Okay, thick client pen testing you can do after this. So like this, different types of pen testing knowledge you should gather if you want to excel in the field of bug bounty. Okay, only doing web not going to help you much. So what is the future relevance of bug bounty? Like when we discuss about the future, first of all, the question might come in your mind: is bug bounty going to remain relevant in future? Like, what if some new thing or security team companies are preferring, and bug bounty programs are not that much relevant in future? Is it possible? So let us discuss it with some statistics. Okay, for year difference only statistics we are discussing, and it will be clear that how it will be impacting the future as well. So the number of software vulnerabilities rose by 21% with over 65,000 discoveries in 2022. Okay, 2022 we got this many. The bug bounty platform integrity paid out 3 times more in 2022 compared to 2021. So yeah, anybody having question? AI penetration, AI penetrating is possible if AI develop own self. Even if it is developing by his own self, the core, that is why I discuss the core. That is, there is a more algorithm or a model it is following and the data set. Okay, so it is going to remain there, even if it is creating by itself. Okay, so it is still relevant in that case. Okay, yeah. So with the arrival of new bug bounty programs through Bugcrowd, YesWake, and HackerOne in 2023, the industry is expected to continue its growth. There are many programs newly launched here. Okay, even the fact being in few years back there were not many crowdsourced platforms. There are Bugcrowd, HackerOne, and Integrity, mainly YesWake. These are some only main which used to revolve around. Right now there are so many, then so many, even for a country wise also there are there. For Japan, as I told, issue on for Switzerland, go bug free. Even for bug bounty, Switzerland is also one more platform there. The India also has bug base and cyber 3RA, something like that. Yeah, so there are platforms all over. Still there was an increase in the programs in Bugcrowd, Yes We Can, Hackathon. So just imagine that not just big, even small companies are taking part in this. Websites are the most attacked vendor. Okay, as I told, any bug bounty hunter should know pen testing, should start from web pen testing. Later on, should move to the further. He should not constrict himself to only web app pen testing. Only web app pen testing might give you few bucks, but for future, you definitely need to learn new pen testing as well. But do not overwhelm yourself with this many stuff. One at a time. One at a time. Perfect web app pen testing, then Android pen testing, then API pen testing. Like this, one by one, you can go. It is fine. Take your time. But if you overwhelm yourself and start learning everything at one time, there won't be any use. You want to be excelling in either one of them. So step by step process, there are many things you can learn. Just never forget that there are things that you can learn. Many people, after getting very big boundaries, they are like, I don't have anything to learn yet. I will just work on this and keep on earning. But it is not a way to grow. Okay. Yeah. So back to this, the global bug bounty market was valued US 231.1 million in 2020 and is expected to reach US dollar 5465.5 million by 2027. So now I think it is really clear that how the bug bounty programs are going to be relevant in future and far future as well. The average payout increased from $6,443 in 2021 to 26,000. Such an immense increase in just 1 year. So definitely, with this statistics, it is clear that in the future as well, the trends of the bug bounty, the inclusion of the various programs is going to remain the same. You are going to get opportunities, but with opportunities, the hunters are also increasing. The number of hackers working on the programs are also increasing. So you have to keep yourself different from others. Okay. Yeah. So bug bounty is being cost effective and better approach for many companies. So even small companies are getting into bug bounty for their security. Benefit of bug bounty for company is that they get hands on of the whole hackers community, all of whom have different and unique skill sets, and company only have to pay for the valid and non-duplicate bugs. So for company also, bug bounty programs are very good because you work for days, but if you don't find anything, we don't have to give you anything. So company is like, very good, we have only have to reward you for what you are finding, what is relevant. Okay. So that is why nowadays even small companies are also preferring bug bounty over setting up a security team. Big companies like Facebook or Microsoft and Apple, they can do both. They have their dedicated security team, they have their bug bounty program as well, because they have a lot of money. They don't have any issue in spending this much in uh, this much in bug bounty or cyber security. Okay. Yeah. But the small companies, they don't have that much of funding. So in that case, they have to make a choice. Either they can develop a security team and dedicate them a certain salary, or they can start with the bug bounty program, right? So whenever a new and groundbreaking technology is introduced, the always the question of security for that will be there. Okay, like recent case of Tesla car came, everyone is like, Tesla, we want Tesla, very good, really groundbreaking technology that is modern EVs are being used. Okay, but what about security? So security is still there a question. So wherever there will be security in question, bug bounty will be there, pen testing will be there. Okay. So in future also some new things come after Web 3. Let's say Web 4 come. Still, in that case, bug bounty will be relevant, right? So I hope that with this case, the future relevance or the question in your mind that will this be relevant in future? Can we work in bug bounty? Is it a growing, or is it a way in which we will get many opportunities? Yes, it is. So that is the case. Okay. Now, any doubts still here, or should we move on to the next part? Yes. Anyone having any doubts?
Right now, no. My
Okay. Okay. Okay, so use of AI in bug bounty. Now, since the boom of AI with ChatGPT, many people are asking that will our work be relevant to AI? Okay, like if AI is introduced in bug bounty, what will happen to us? If AI will find bugs, then what we are going to get? Okay, will bug bounty be there? So there is a big question, not just to cyber security, to every field, because nowadays AI are there for design, text to directly beautiful images they are able to create. Adobe Photoshop, the AI version, if you have used, you just have to write what you are imagining and the AI will print it right in front of you. No need of getting things and pasting it like in previous Photoshop we used to do. Okay, so it is a really technology which will make many graphic designer works easier or even lessen the number of graphic designer job. Okay, so that is there. Second is for web as well, making web application, text to complete web application development tools are also available for AI will make the complete web application and give it to you. So what will happen to the developers? Similarly, if every bug is found by the AI, what will happen to us? So that is a very big question, right? That AI taking everything. So in the past recent years, the boom of AI technology has the people wondering about its application and uses. Similarly, there won't be a single person who would not have thought about how AI will be used in bug bounty or how it will affect us. Okay, AI can be used in various factors such as discovering attack surface and attack vectors of your target, intelligent triaging using natural language processing. Okay, AI powered tools can automate the scanning of applications and systems to identify common vulnerabilities such as SQL, XSS, and many more. So from your normal tools, the AI tools will be much better. Can anyone tell me how AI automation possesses a threat? Currently, there are automation tools. Okay, people use automation tools. There are scanners as well, Nissa, Secunetics. Even apart from that, Kali tools are also there. But what is so different about AI tools?
In basically the
Yes.
automation tool is a finder automate. But in a AI tool, they have a use for the finding a bug. They have a proper reporting also in that tool, and like they have a proper guidance for tool. Their bug is like is a P1 bug or like P5 bug, and is a which kind of bug, and that another.
Okay. Okay, so uh, you know that AI models after some time become self-training. Okay, they become self-training. The more you use them, the more they will learn. So similarly, right now, if I am using Equinetics or if I'm using Equinetics or NetSparker, they have a test. They have direct test. They have to use to find vulnerabilities. Okay, but when I talk about AI automation, in future, if some AI automation tool will come to pen test to automate the whole process, that tool will be able to learn from the false positive it is creating. That if he gets a false positive and respond that there is a false positive, right? That this particular thing is false positive. So in that case, it will be able to learn back from that and in future use that again. That I don't have to make this false positive. Also, the second thing, it will keep on learning from the emerging CVs. Okay, new attack vectors, new attack methods are being involved, so it will be able to learn from that as well. Okay, so the things which are step based like SQL or XSS, find a parameter, inject payload, parameter, inject payload, these are step based. Okay, so that things will be very much the AI powered tools can automate this scanning in a really in a great level. Okay, and this will definitely pose a bit of difficulty to us. That is a thing, but there is a drawback as well. That this AI, no matter how good they become, they can't think us like humans. Okay, so the test cases that a human can create, your manual testing, that is something which you need to continue. Okay, then and only then, even after these new AI powered tools come, it won't bother you, right? The only people being affected by AI powered tools are those who are relying on automation. Let's take nuclear and put it. People working like that, they are definitely going to be affected highly by this tool. Okay, they are just using nuclei or script. But what about logic bugs? What about business logic bugs? IDORs, CSRFs. Okay, this kind of bugs are hard to find with automation. It requires manual approach. It requires manual logic. If you want to, if you have to understand that particular logic, if you want to break it. Okay, so all AI tools won't be capable to understand the logic and then find the issues, create test cases for that implementation. That is something which currently human mind can. So definitely it will replace the current tools, but manual testing still will be relevant, and that is why I also teach most of my students that like in my classes, most of time I am focusing on creating critical thinking or innovative thinking about bugs. Not just follow. You are not a parrot that I am telling you steps and follow the steps. Okay, you always have to think of what things can be. Okay, how can I work with this? That is a very good question. When you ask or understand the things working in a functionality, then only you can create the test cases with which you can find really critical vulnerabilities. So cultivate yourself in an innovative manner so that AI or anything, whatever comes, won't bother you that much. The fourth one, which is currently very much in use thanks to ChatGPT, writing pen tests and bug bounty reports. They just write a SSRF report on this particular domain, and the whole report will come. Okay. Now, what are the pros in of AI in bug bounty? AI-powered tools can analyze large volume of code, network traffic, and data to identify vulnerabilities that may be challenging for human to detect. Machine learning algorithms can learn from patterns, behaviors, and historical data to uncover hidden or emerging vulnerabilities that traditional approaches may miss. Okay, so the simple bugs, or you can say the step-based bugs, or the HTTP header, like you have to only analyze the header. Is it available or not? The logic behind them is pretty consistent and pretty simple. In that case, yeah, the AI powered tools can analyze very nicely. Bug bounty programs often involve large number of applications and systems to be tested. AI can scale effortlessly to handle this volume, scanning and analyzing multiple targets simultaneously. So getting attack surface, okay, finding new attack vectors, that also AI can help in. AI can assist in triage and prioritization of bug reports by automatically categorizing and evaluating their severity. So this is really important. As I mentioned, that many people report doesn't even make sense. If you see from triager point of view, they just report it for sake of reporting. So filtering out with this case of like these reports, and AI will be really helpful using natural language processing. Okay, the spam reports, just send it on site, just send a reply that send a proper report. Your report is not up to the mark, and we are not validating. We are not validating it. Like this, you can create a message, and AI will work on that. Okay, so you don't have to manually see those reports as well. AI can provide continuous monitoring of systems and networks, detecting anomalies or suspicious activities that may indicate the presence of vulnerability or ongoing attack. So AI can also look at if a particular attack is happening and prevent it from happening. Okay. Apart from that, it can also learn from the scenarios. New upcoming CVs are there. Okay, so it can train itself to identify and block those CVs as well, to monitor those CVs as well. So this is, or even alert, like let's say in a particular WordPress version, a critical remote code execution is found. Okay, so we need to tell the developer that upgrade the WordPress to the latest version so that that issue will be fixed. So AI can do that as well. So one more job AI can take, that, yeah, monitoring or threat analysis that new vulnerabilities are coming. Yeah, so in that also AI can be used. AI pod tools can reduce false positives and false negatives in vulnerability detection by learning from large data sets and continuously refining their algorithms. AI can improve accuracy and reduce the burden of on human reviewers. This lead to more reliable results and better utilization of resources. So that are some pros of AI in bug bounty. That how AI can be used in not just bug bounty or in security in general. it will definitely give you a bit of competition when AI steps into the field of bug bounty as your competitor, not as your ally. Then in that case, you will definitely have some hiccups. But I believe that if your work style is unique, your approach is unique, the working and the mentality is unique, then no AI can stop you. So you don't have to worry about that. Okay. What are the cons of AI in bug bounty? It will increase the competition in bug bounty program. This could make it more difficult for individual bug hunters to stand out and earn rewards. Might be artificial intelligence provides some false results. Of course, every automation has a false positives, even AI as well. Nothing is free from false positive. And AI powered bug bounty programs must adhere to ethical guidelines to prevent misuse or unintended harm. So, as the case of false positives will remain, the manual testers are going to be there, because whenever you get a program or you get the output from a scanner, currently as well, I'm running Accuratics. I get a scanner that this is a cross-site scripting. I need to test it manually to confirm that yes, it is a cross-site scripting. There are chances that there will be a false positive. If I'm running Nuclei, it is telling, yeah, there is a vulnerability. But when I'm testing it manually, there is no vulnerability. So all these false positives do happen in case of automation. So to validate them, manual intelligence is needed. Okay. Yeah. AI models may struggle to adapt to new and evolving attack techniques requiring frequent updates and retraining. So currently, as of now, there are no in particular tools for this. Like in future, there can be an automated tool which can really give you hard time if people are preferring that over bug bounty program. But yeah, in case of this, right now this is an evolving topic. Okay, AI is currently is evolving to work with cyber security domains as well. It is hard for them to work on cyber security domain, but not impossible. There are many things that can work, and they can implement. Okay, so it is just a matter of time. Yeah. AI models can also be used for launching sophisticated attacks of phishing. Now this is not for bug bounty, but this is a point which I like to mention, because you must have heard in social media that how deepfake voices are used, or how deepfake videos are used to perform the phishing attack. Like for example, I will impersonate as the CEO based on that AI, a particular AI deepfake, and then contact the employee that yeah, you have not submitted me this and this, complete this particular task. Okay, I can directly do it. The boss will not even know that I have used his voice. So these are really sophisticated attacks of phishing and will possess a very bad threat in future. Okay, so with cyber awareness, the awareness of this AI deepfakes is also necessary, right? So yeah, any questions still here? Anyone having any questions? Yes, yes, sir. How can we integrate AI tools in the field of cybersecurity? Okay, first of all, you need knowledge of cybersecurity. Second, you need knowledge of AI as well. Right now, ChatGPT API, the models of ChatGPT are used here. I have one example which I opened, Pentest GPT. Okay, so this is the integration of ChatGPT with for penetration testing purposes. Now, personally, this is not working in my system, but I will definitely give it to you guys. So if it works on your system, you can test it out. Okay. So Pentest GPT, the second is Burp GPT. So your normal Burp suit with use of Chat GPT API. Okay. So the API, the model of Chat GPT is currently widely used, but it's just not Chat GPT. There are many AI models as well which can be utilized. So this is a evolving process. If you want to integrate AI tools with the field of cybersecurity yourself, then you require a good knowledge of AI as well, the machine learning as well as of cybersecurity. That how things work in cybersecurity. Based on that, you can do that. Currently, one person in LinkedIn also contacted me saying that he wants to make a plugin which will be powered by AI to detect scams and phishing. Okay, now that is a very good approach that he was using. So that is something also based on your imagination, based on your innovation. You can integrate AI with different tools, not just bug bounty, but defense tools as well. As we discussed, monitoring tools are also there. So yeah, new models come. You can create your own model, but that is really complex thing to do. Okay, so if you want to do it yourself, you can go for the available models, or if you want to create a model on your own, that is going to require a high level of expertise in machine learning. Is it clear? Okay, super. So let's move around ChatGPT a bit. Let's think about what all things we can do here. Okay, so let's say how am I going to use ChatGPT for beginners? Let's say I list some directory brute forcing tools. I want to perform directory brute forcing, but I don't know which tool I am going to use. Okay, or what tools are available for that. So here they have given the list of tools. Okay, now I can also ask which is the best out of them. Okay, okay. They are telling GoBuster WF first. Dirt. Okay, so each and every relevance depending on your usage they are giving. But personally, I believe dirt search and FFUF are very good for that. Okay, so I use dirt search and FFUF based on usage. So like this, if you have any question for what tools to use, I want to do this or that, you can use it. The second is reporting. I want to create a report. So let's say create a report for SSRF vulnerability at https ebuild.com question mark URL is equals to at path in which parameter URL is vulnerable to SSRF. Okay, so in which we have given, let's say, all this information. So what it is giving, see, affected URL it is given, the target application, this everything it is giving. Okay, right, even how to fix it, the various recommendations it is giving, the steps it is giving, details it is giving, right? So this can really help you to create reports as well. But personally, I believe that creating reports on yourself will really help you, because when I was just starting into bug bounty, the research of when I used to do to make a report on various vulnerabilities, that helped me to understand that vulnerability much better. So I would really suggest you guys to do some manual research as well while creating a report, not just copy paste it. Try to read it, try to understand it. Of course you can use it as a reference, but do not just copy paste it. Many people copy paste it, and you guys will not get anywhere just by copy pasting it. The better is using this as well as doing a bit of research, that SSRF. Okay, let me go here, let me see some that SSRF HackerOne reports. Let me see some report that how they are reporting. Okay, so here I found a report. How was the engagement, what the report was written. Okay, what are the uh, impact was given. See, so all these details you can learn. Even you can learn from write-ups, medium write-ups for reference. Okay, I'm discussing this at that time. I will also read and understand that what SSRF is. So doing like this will definitely help you to work more on uh, developing your knowledge of the vulnerability as well. AI is good. AI will reduce your work. It is well and fine for, but for beginners, this is a very nice thing. And I believe in my learning days or early days, I used to do this to learn more about the vulnerability. So try to create your own report, because it's not just about reporting, but it's also understanding that what you are reporting. Okay. So yeah, apart from that also, we can ask for suggestion. Let's say I want to trigger XSS, but uh, this angle and this bracket are being converted to and LT and GT. Okay. Okay, so if the application is converting, it will tell you that it indicates that input is being properly sanitized to prevent attacks. Okay, so in that case, they are also telling that what all things you can try. Apart from that, let's say uh, write, generate an XSS payload to bypass it. Wait a second. Okay, so if angle brackets are being sanitized, both. Okay. Mm, wait a second. Why it is not giving like? Okay, let's say create a XSS payload to bypass. Okay, I might not be writing it correctly right now, but it does give us the payloads many times. Okay, right now they are telling that uh, it is not ethical concerns there are regarding giving me XSS payload. But yeah, many times it has been done. Yeah, apart from that, one more use case. Create a Python code to test XSS vulnerabilities. If you want to create automation, that also you can do with the help of this. See, the whole Python code you can get here. See, this is a simple Python code in which the target URL is there. You can input your target URL, the payload. You can input the whole payload file, not just one. But this is a basic one. Okay, it is testing if in response the XSS vulnerability is there or not. Okay, so like this, we can create Python code snippets, not just Python but any code snippets, and use it in our case, right? So like this, you can use Chat GPT to find it, right? It is really interesting that we can use this further. Next, do check out this Pentest GPT. It is not currently working in my system. Otherwise, I showed the live practical of this as well. But if you want to see the live, you can go for the demo as well here. They have a complete video demo of how this works. Okay. So how they are using this is on 3x. So like this, there are many different options: pattern GPT, that reconnaissance, enumeration, wonderful scanning, exploitation. So like these various options are there. Whatever you want to scan, you can choose your scan and perform it. Okay. So yes, these are various options. Okay. So Pentest GPT is really good. From what I have seen the video, do check out this video. It is a 40-minute long video, so I'm not going to play full. But do check it out and let me know. Connect me on LinkedIn or Instagram and let me know if it works for you. Right? Yeah. So any doubts in this? Any other questions you have, like how we can improve ChatGPT in your day-to-day? Like I'm pretty sure everybody is already using ChatGPT in your day-to-day life, but how in bug bounty program or bug bounty also we can utilize it? Okay. Any doubts? Yes, Harsh.
Uh, Actually, I am having a different doubt that generally I have seen that when the ethical hackers or bug bounty for programs, when people are starting to find bugs, they start with Nmap scanning,
Hmm.
and but generally I've seen that first of all that Nmap scanning it takes quite a lot of time, and mostly we are not getting many ports. It is mostly 80 or 443 that is
Hmm.
there, and more than that it is very rare that we see any other service that is active, and even if it is there, it is like filtered ports are there.
Hmm.
uh, so so what would be your recommendation, like the first thing that how to fast increase the speed of that process, and
Okay.
another
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
Go on, go on. Second question.
And another thing is that is doing nmaps can it is actually, is it very useful or there are other tools?
There are other tools. I was going to say. Okay, so how to do it faster? So for that there is this Nabu. Okay, so this is a Golang based tool. This is also for code scanning. But let me tell you, from this many years, all of these new tools come like Nabu, Rust Scan, and all these different tools will keep on coming. But nothing can beat the amount of variety what Nmap provides. Nmap provides different types of scans: Xma scan, Syn scan, X scan, the TCP scan, UDP scan. So all of this variety only you can find in Nmap. So if you are okay for bug bounty hunting or for let's say web app penetration testing, if you are not focusing that much on different types of scans, it is fine. But when it comes to network pen testing, scans are all what we have. Okay, that are our first thing when we go for network pen testing. So knowing what are the different types of scan, the ping scan, the TCP scan, the UDP scan, XMA scan, all of these different scans are there. You have to know that, and that only is possible with the help of Nmap. In case of bug bounty, you can definitely go for Nabu. It will tell like this what are the open ports. The exploitation, again, you have to use Nmap scripts or you can use MSF console, Metasploit framework, whatever you prefer. Many ways are there for exploit as well. Okay. And the other thing is Nmap is definitely time consuming. So what I do is I go through Nabu once. Once it has checked the ports, then I go for Nmap. That re-verified is it actually available or not. The Nabu will only give you open port, but the Nmap will give you the services, the fingerprint, the OS as well. So the amount of information we are getting from Nmap is irreplaceable. Okay, so you can definitely go for faster options, but at the end you have to do Nmap at the end as well. Okay, the difference is that you don't have to do it on all ports. You just have to do on the specific open ports that are found by Nabu. Okay, and I will copy this and save it here. Why is it weird? The view is quoting. Okay, I will just write it Nabu. Okay, so is your doubt clear now, Harshit?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, anyone else having any doubts?
I have also one doubt like mm, basically after the recon part, like we can gather the information and recon other thing, and we found a vulnerability. Like I have a find the recon by like they have a system access, but how you find it like is it actually the system access as a note after the recon
Okay,
is a what is the main part of the bug hunting?
okay. After recon, see, recon is a very important part for information gathering. How you utilize information that you have found is later on that. So first of all, in recon, let's say you have got URLs, parameters, and also open ports, the directory fuzzing, the paths. We have got all of this information. Okay, but how to utilize it? Let's say in recon you are doing nuclei as well, so you have found some vulnerabilities. So the next step for that will be manual testing. That confirm whatever open ports are there, can I exploit it or not? Whatever things I found in nuclei, are they actually present or not, or it is just false positive? Whatever parameters I have found, work on them with XSS, SQLi, RC, SSTI, SSRF, redirect, all the different types of different set of bugs we have to test on the parameters that we have enumerated. So after enumerating parameters, there are lots and lots of tests we have to do. So recon is just a start. So after that, let's say you are telling that in your case, you are telling that we know that there is a system access. How we are going to know that it is for sure there is a system access? The first and foremost thing, whenever you get something from a tool in a recon, you have to validate it manually. That are you able to get the system access? What after, let's say you are getting system access, but what all privileges are there? If you have a guest account and there is nothing there, no privilege, then no point of that system access. What I am going to present as impact, right? Of course, there is other thing that you are getting access into the internal network, which you can later get to privilege escalation to escalate yourself from guest account to root account or admin account. So based on the scenario which you are in, there are multiple things you can do. But all of this starts manually. Okay, is it clear?
Yeah, clear.
Okay. Yes. Any other questions? Yeah, yeah, sure.
Like as a beginner, what are the like uh, vulnerabilities you would suggest that we should master so that we can start finding bugs? Because what happens is that it is difficult. Like if you are trying for every vulnerability, then like companies have also started becoming secure, so it is not very easy to find the bugs. So I think we should master some of them so that we can get the bugs.
Definitely. So if I'm talking not just bug bounty but a company point of view, OWASP top 10, that is a basic necessity that you should do. Okay. Now under OWASP top 10, there are many different bugs. In the injection section itself, there is XXE, there is SQLi, there is XSS. So go one OWASP at a time. Give one OWASP a week that yeah, I am right now practicing access control issues. So I will get IDORs, I will get privilege escalation. All of these I am testing. Right? Do not just learn about the bug, get hands-on experience as well. That is what I would recommend. When I was starting into bug bounty, what I used to do, I used to take a vulnerability and hunt it all over the bug crowd programs. Okay, all the programs were there. One by one I will go and hunt them. Of course, it is only possible when the bug was simple to test, not in case of SQLi or IDORs that take time. So in that, if you test at least 10 applications, it is fine. You don't need to go through whole program. But bugs like no rate limiting, dmark, click jacking, these are really simple and take only seconds to find. So you can definitely go through the whole program. Okay. So it depends on what type of bug you are learning currently, but definitely get enough hands-on experience on that. Now the thing about bugs, what type of bugs being your question, first go for common bug, low anger, OWASP top 10, and then move forward to business logic bugs. Try to perfect the business logic bugs because those are that will stand you out from the other people. Okay, clickjacking automation can find, XSS automation can find, SQLi automation can find, everything automation can find. But what it cannot find, the business logic issues. Okay, so in bug bounty, there are many script kiddies. They just use automation and get bounties for XSS and all. But you don't have to be like that. Focus on manual first. Is it clear, Arshit?
Yes.
Yeah. So any other question?
I have one more question. Like, I received this question from a one candidate. When already employee in a company of any cyber security role, they have also considered as a bug hunter. Is it legal, or like is anything is a moonlight or any other thing?
It depends on company policy. If they are like, the question is like this, right? That if I'm an employee of a cybersecurity company or XYZ company, am I allowed to do bug bounty hunting or not? Like that, right?
Right,
That is the question.
right.
Yeah. So that depends on company's policy. Some company allow you to do side hustle, bug bounty. Some company don't. Majorly, the financial firms are there, the big four and all. They don't allow you to do bug bounty. Of course, you can do it secretly, but you can't let anyone know about it. You can't say that, yeah, you are doing bug bounty or you are earning this much from bug bounty. Okay, you can't post it on LinkedIn. So there are the restriction and regulations are there based on the company itself. If your company is that strict, then no, you won't be able to do, or you will be able to, you won't be able to show that, yeah, you are doing bug bounty. So it depends on company policy. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Any other question?
One more. In right situation, like AI is a major role in a finding a bug, and like is a small level of bug and payload generating a payload and code. So like as a beginner, so if a person use a AI, so mainly user like which bug is a find in the first time, like which bug is a easily to understand as a first time for a beginner for a escape video, like they have a move in a bug hunting community.
Which bug will be easy to understand? Okay. Uh, the basic top 10 are comparatively easy. The XSS bug is easy, but it is not all. Okay. Now XSS is something which you will understand in first go, but every time you read, you will find something new. That is really deep bug. Okay. SQLi also, and if you have a knowledge of queries and all, then also you can get it. And if you are talking about very easy bug, then there are a lot of them. Low hangers of failure to emulate session, no rate limitings, long password DOS, and this click checking, DMARC. Like these are very simple to test. Okay, easily you can test and move into bug bounty, but low hangers will get you only till entrance. If you want to be in bug bounty, low hangers are not the way. Definitely you can earn some few and small bugs, but only low hangers will like not get you nowhere. Okay, you need to learn the IDORs and all. IDORs, HTTP response manipulations, HTTP request smuggling, all these are very hard to find bug, or hard to understand bug as well. So that is why keep it a bit later. Once you get in used to this low hangers and the XSS SQLi stuff, then you can move forward to that. You can spend time on that, because that's something by then you will be using automation as well. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. So any other question? Yeah, Harsh.
So sometimes while we are doing our like we are analyzing of a domain, we find that there are login pages are there.
Hmm.
So they generally there are only two fields, username and password. So like I had searched in the internet it said that if you want to bypass it, so there is brute forcing is there. But brute forcing, I had read that it gets detected. Like
Definitely.
the company will detect it, and it can cause a legal action against you,
Hmm.
because it can bring down their service.
Yeah.
So I had this question that what are the other ways through which we can test that login is it is having a it is secured, or are there vulnerabilities that are present?
For login page, there are a lot of bugs that you can test. Right now, let me tell you, there are so many. First of all, brute force, that is no rate limiting on login page. Second, if captcha is there, captcha bypass. The third is response manipulation, authentication bypass or response manipulation. The fourth is SQL injection. Either it can be the normal SQL injection or second order SQL injection, which leads to again authentication bypass. So authentication bypass via SQLi, or it can throw some error while logging. I came across one bug like when you are injecting SQL query in the email parameter, it was throwing a error. So it was an error based SQL injection. So that cases can also be there, or the standard authentication bypass like admin colon or one equal to one, in which we equate the query. Okay, in that equate the query and we are able to log in, even if we know the even if we don't know the valid credential, we are able to log in. So these are their long password, DOS attack, password policy. Apart from that, if we are talking about login page further functionality, then session timeout and all. If in the URL parameter there is a in URL there is a parameter for redirection, that after login where it is going, then open redirection, LFI, SSRF, all of things that we can test. Apart from that, let's say we are talking about session. So if there are session IDs in the URL, you can test for session fixation attacks, session stealing attacks. So all of this, you can see so many bugs are there. Even many of them I'm missing right now. So many are there. There is no limitation in what all things you can try in login page. Okay, these are some which I have mentioned right now.
Okay, okay, I got it.
Most of bugs I think might you might not have heard of, right? But definitely if you search about it, you will able to find that bugs as well, that what is long password DOS, or what is the session fixation, session hijacking, redirect. So that is the way to. Yeah. Any other question?
I think no.
Okay. So let's see the takeaways, final takeaways, and what did we learn from this session. So stay updated to emerging trends in bug bounty. Otherwise, you might get thrown off the field. Okay. Keep on learning different pen testing techniques to stay relevant and successful in this field. So new technologies are coming even right now. AI is coming. It is in development. So the pen testing is also in development. The cases are also in development. There are no definite cases right. Okay, do not only rely on automation, rely on automation, not rely. Do not only rely on automation, cultivate innovative and creative thinking to find bugs. That is really important. This point is very important, because if you have this, no AI can take over. So uh, human mind innovation, that's your power to you can say upper hand over AI. Utilize AI power as an ally on your side. So today we saw how ChatGPT can be used for small tedious tasks, as well as for learning purposes as well. So ChatGPT is a really good alternative which you can use as your ally. As much possible, use AI as your ally. Don't make it your competition. But in future, definitely there might be a very good tool which might put you at risk. But yeah, right now that time has not come yet, so let's use them as ally. AI can definitely make things harder for bug bounty hunters and by many of the AI based automation, but it will be hard for it to mimic the work of manual testers. So AI won't be an issue for those who work manually as well with logic. Okay, so these are the takeaways. So thank you all for attending this lecture. Hope you have got an insight on what is bug bounty and what is the future of bug bounty, how we can utilize AI, and what are the different fields you can work on. Okay. Yes. So any other question? Anyone?
No, I think all question are clear.
Okay. So thank you everyone. Thank you all for joining.
Thank